What's up, everybody? Nostalgia Goggles 4-3 here. Thanks for tuning in. We got a really exciting one tonight. This is our first game against our fellow Canadian expansion team, the Vancouver Grizzlies. We continue our West Coast road trip. Let's check it out. Opening credits. Always a good time. Let's get right into it. Go load. Toronto at Vancouver. Quick check at the standings here. So we're 19-1. Vancouver. Then with 11-8. Wow. That's almost as many games as the real Grizzlies. They only won 15 that season. So both Canadian teams outperforming expectations. Wonder if they got anybody on the leaderboards. Take a little look, shall we? I guess you all don't have much of a choice. So far, no. Just Ed Pinckney leading the league in free throw percentage. Let's see his very best. I don't see Vancouver anywhere on here. So I guess I don't know what to expect. We'll just be surprised. I'm already surprised. What's not a surprise, perhaps, if you saw last night's game, is that we are going to go with the same starting lineup that really saved it yesterday. As you can see, we did win. We still only have the one loss on the season. But it was a close one. I really did not think we were going to pull it out. But this lineup here, Ed Pinckney, Jimmy King, Carlos Rogers, center. And yeah, it was Ellis. Ellis stays. And Eric Murdoch. I believe this is going to be the first game that he's going to start as a Raptor. There we go. This lineup just played the entire second half and just really recovered what could have been an ugly loss, turned it into a win. There you go. There we have it. We're going to get started. Before we do, as our typical approach here at Nostalgia Goggles for Debate, we are supporting the Retina Foundation of the Southwest. 10% of anything we make tonight goes to them. They're doing research into ocular diseases, try to cure blindness in the elderly and the very old and the very young. Imagining a world without goggles. If you'd like to support them directly, there's a link in the bottom of my profile as well. Live from Vancouver, British Columbia. I do like that they didn't just say Canada. Keeping it classy. Neither team rated particularly well. Both teams, at least so far, playoff bound. Early season. So Murdoch was actually on the Grizzlies in our timeline. He ended up being one of their most productive players that season. League leaderboard for steals. That's why we won. But enough about our lineup. Let me take a look at theirs. So Greg Anthony is a guy I would have liked to have drafted, but he was Vancouver's first pick. I couldn't pass up Armstrong for what we were trying to do. So on Vancouver he stayed. Watch him tonight. Willie Anderson was a starter for the Raptors. Actually, I couldn't find a way to work him in based on his ratings in the game, but he was a really solid contributor for Toronto. Of course, Bryant Big Country Reeves, their first-round draft pick, their first draft. All right, so as usual, we need to go in and set our defensive strategy. They don't remember in between. They also remembered I was player locked, but not on. So we will fix that too. Back to the player lock. I'm really surprised to see that they've won 11 games this season. I was not expecting this to be a challenge, which I was sort of looking forward to after last night, to be honest. Nice, easy game. Maybe it still will be. Yeah, let's get it started right. He scored 87 points last night in 8-minute quarters. 65? Yeah, 65 of them in the second half. It's an incredible outing for him. There was no way I could not start him after that. Ugh. Can't let him have those second chance points. I mean, I guess we have been letting people have second chance points all season, and it's been working out okay for us. Nope. There we go. Oh, that was pretty. I like that hook. Followed a shot, too. Granted, I was the one controlling it, but, you know, still nice when things go your way like that. This home crowd really getting into it. Excited to see Toronto come to town. Come on, Rogers. Can't let Big Country get that in on you. Oof. Uh-oh. Greg Anthony. We're going to have to watch him tonight. I predicted on Twitter he was going to drop 30 plus on us. See how it goes. Oh. All right. There we go. Eric Murdoch. Man of Steel. With the nice layup. Grizzlies take the lead. Words I did not expect to have to say tonight. Ellis hasn't quite found his shot. Big Country Reeves. Run it down. Oof. Well, this was my lineup last night. Looking like it will not be my lineup tonight. There we go. Doesn't feel like we should only be down one, the way we've been playing. Ugh. Could not feed it in. At least they're letting me move the ball. Yeah. Lakers and Sonics gave us fits because we couldn't throw any passes like that of any length. Grizzlies have only punished us occasionally for doing so. There it is, Pinckney. Nicely done. All right. Yeah, it's probably about time. Well, we'll give these guys one more chance. This is about as long as they were in the Lakers game before they really started lighting it up. All right. I'll take that. Pinckney, no. Murdoch. Long two. We don't like those, Murdoch. Still playing Milwaukee ball. There you go, Pinckney. Pressure on. All right. That's enough of that. Let's try our next lineup down. Damon Stoudemire. Ellis stays in. King stays in. AC Earl comes in. Carlos Rogers moves to power forward. We shall see what happens. Let's do this. Hey, Spitz the Great. Grizzlies are ahead. I bet you didn't see that coming. Especially not shooting like that. 3. I started the second half lineup from last night, and they played him to a standstill. Not much better. Damon. Oh. Never sleep on bad teams. You know, the other thing that's amazing, I checked, they've won 11 games in this league so far. The real Grizzlies only won 15 all season. Who was that? Blue Edwards, I think? Oh, Ellis. Ellis is not having a good shooting night. It's been part of the issue. May switch to the Murray lineup after this. Give Tracy Murray a chance to redeem himself. Wrong side of the basket. Their field goal percentage has got to be abysmal, too. We've been giving them a lot of second chance points. So on second thought, I guess they might be shooting around 50. Oh, Doug Edwards. Got toward the basket. I was late. That is no problem. I'm glad you're here. Just got home from seeing Knives Out. How is that? I've heard good things. Just don't let 1995 know. Be like, oh, the Clue movie. That's the one with Madeline Kahn, right? Oof. It was good. Not as clever as it thinks it is, but good. All right. To be fair, I don't think most of us are as clever as we think we are. Oh! All right, Dale. That's it. Call for a pass, you got to catch it. So we will go with, this is going to be my fourth lineup, but desperate times, etc., etc. Still hungover from yesterday. Yeah, what a game. 87 points. Insane performance. You know, you got a point, Spitzer. He has definitely earned an off night and then some. Oliver Miller. And Jimmy King, poor Jimmy King, staying in. At least Carlos Rogers gets to sit down. Rogers is in almost all of these lineups, so he is going to be hurting by the end of the evening. Ruffin, Murray, King, Pinckney, Miller. That's what I put in, right? Because maybe I am too. Cheers. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Willie Anderson, probably. So, due to the expansion draft status, as you might... Oh! As you might imagine, the... Oh! Jimmy King! Who's fatigued? What is fatigue? Jimmy King's never seen it. Doesn't know the meaning of the word. Anyway, there's a lot more. There are 6 players who share a number with at least one other player on the roster. There we go. And that, Spitz the Great, is the case for Tracy Murray. Can you share numbers on a team? In real life, no. In this game, they don't have a mechanism to change the number. So if you get traded to a team or expansion drafted by a team, and you have the same number as someone else from a different team, that's the way it is. So Willie Anderson and Antonio Harvey are both number 40. So I'm not actually sure who has the ball right now. Oof. That's okay, though. While we were chatting, he sunk 2. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as they say. This particular lineup started a lot of games for us. Been generally very successful. Thank you for hitting me with the airball emoji, the official airball emoji of Nostalgia Goggles 43 and friends. There we go, Pinkney. Boo! That's right, Blue Edwards. They were probably booing the ref. So my write-up. You mean our write-up? I appreciate your contributions to that. Oof. Crazy how late your comeback started last night. Yeah, I'd remembered it being pretty much after halftime, but we didn't shave the gap by that much. All right, so this is, other than that we're ahead, that's looking a whole lot like our first quarter last night. Of course, the Grizzlies not looking like the Lakers last night. They shot 80% in the first quarter on us. I'll let these guys have some more time in. We were actually up by 6 at one point, so it's some bad decisions. 3 in the key. Nice. What's that? Ugh. Man, even the AI can't grab the rebound in isometric. So your memory was also that I dominated the whole third. Yeah, it's funny how that works, isn't it? I mean, we were both there. It wasn't that long ago. There we go. High percentage. We haven't had a game in a while since both Ellis and Murray were not able to hit threes. So a little bit disconcerting. We can't turn it around. Nice. Oh, come on. Can't even hit the high percentage shots. It's all right. All it means is we have not found our lineup tonight. Oh, get that out of Ed Pinkney's house. Should have recorded it, but I want to say that LA had like 5 straight possessions in the third that ended in a block shot that started the run. That could be. We've definitely had games like that before. Kind of a weird route to the basket, but went in. I was just covering Zontabak there, another real-life Raptor. Pinkney with the feed. Like Tracy Murray, he had been on the champion Rockets in 94-95. Another solid contributor for Toronto. Just couldn't make him work with what we were trying to do. Eh. There we go. Ruffin. The threes are not falling tonight. My biggest fear, I'll have to rebrand as Nostalgia Goggles for 2. Get a new letterhead made. It's embarrassing. Yeah, put your arm down. All right. I guess you want to sit down, Tracy Murray. All right. We'll go with the other lineup I had intended to start, if only to give poor Jimmy King a little bit of a break. So Ruffin, Ellis, Simmons, Rogers, and Miller stays. See if we have any more success with this one. Oh, home crowd not happy about that substitution. Byron Scott, veteran member of the Showtime Lakers. He was another guy we considered taking in the expansion draft. His leadership would have been irreplaceable. But, there's only 12 slots on a roster in this game. There we go. Oh! Go back. Nice recovery, Simmons. Oh, man. Ugh. Dirty. Worth it, though. Kudos to Byron Scott as well. My understanding of the situation is that he had signed with the Pacers because he wanted to be on a championship contender to maybe get another ring before he ended his career, and was not happy to have been left unprotected in the expansion draft. But he showed up, he reported, he was a leader on the team, signed. It's just a classy move. And this is a guy who played with Magic Johnson. Kareem. Showing up for work and doing his thing. Come on! Ugh. At least I didn't call out of bounds on me. Ugh. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this isn't our lineup either. Oh. What have you missed? I don't honestly know that either team has scored in the last few minutes. It's been just a pretty ugly game of basketball, truth be told. You might have missed my punching Byron Scott in the back when he went up for a dunk. There you go. There you go. Woo! Carlos Rogers. That one's for you, Spitz the Great. Patron at our Buy a Bucket tier. Bought me that bucket. You can buy one too. If you like, check out my Patreon. Ugh. In all seriousness, the broadcasters really would be talking about a hangover. Well, sure. It was a hard-fought game. Yeah. 3 for 12. Dale Ellis. He made his first one. We were up 3-0. Get that rebound. Ah. Oh. Brutal. I cannot buy a bucket. I'm glad you bought me that one. It is a testament to how poorly this team is playing that we are up by 4 right now. I don't feel like we're up by 4. But there we go, Miller. Oh, get it back. Oof. I guess that's one way to get it back. There it is. Just when we needed it. That bucket purchased for us by Dr. Ambassador Dortmunder, our patron at a Buy a Bucket tier. You can check out my Patreon if you'd like to do that. If you would not like to do that, enjoy the show. Keep watching. I'm glad you're here. Great ball movement by the Grizzlies. Better take a shot, though. There we go, Ruffin. Take that all the way. Nice. Ellis found his shot. Maybe he left it on the bench. Just needed to sit for a while. Look for it under the chair. Maybe David Duchovny stole it. Ellis passes to himself. There it is. This is the run we've been looking for. There you go, Ruffin. In. Ah. It's a good way to end the half. I actually feel the way this game has went, I feel pretty gone. The way this game has went. The way this game has gone, I feel pretty good about a 10-point lead. Greg Anthony, not quite on a 30-point pace, but their leading scorer, it would appear. 29 points, 5 rebounds for Dale Ellis. Honestly, I think I'm more proud of the 5 rebounds than 29 points. Now he just needs to score 65 this half. Break his own record. 30% from behind the arc. That is no good. Better than 0%, I suppose. But yeah, just ugly game. I wouldn't even call it great defense, necessarily. Certainly not by our standards. Which 11 franchises formed the original Basketball Association of America? Oh, man. I don't know. I know one. Toronto Huskies. Your dog is being very needy right now. I'm sorry to hear that. Dogs sometimes can be that way. That's a ridiculous trivia question, though. 11 teams? A lot of teams. I'm going to leave this lineup in. I was just curious how much they rested over halftime. Pretty well. These guys were on a tear to end the quarter. Let them keep going. Wireless keyboards. Yeah, we really do live in the future. 1995 has no idea what's coming. Wireless keyboards. Wireless headphones. Wireless internet. Woo! Wireless braces for your teeth. Oof. Lou Edwards. Three. Ellis can't miss now. The 1995 had CDs and the audio quality was better than today's streaming. That is the truth. I'm not attached to the idea of physical media, and especially not spinning discs, all the moving parts that wear out for CDs, and especially for Blu-rays, things like movies. There's no reason those couldn't be distributed on like proprietary SD cards or anything like that. But I would love to switch to digital only, but the quality is just not there. And there's no reason it can't be. Wow. I guess everybody took to heart how terrible the shooting was in the first half. Lights out here so far in the third. Has either team missed a shot? I think the Grizzlies might have missed one. I don't think we've missed one this quarter. Ellis was even in traffic. They tried putting big country on him that time. There it is. Recently went back and rewatched Game of Thrones in HD compared to the HBO stream. Oh, gotta watch where I'm walking while I'm reading. Difference was gigantic, like VHS to DVD difference. Yeah. It is interesting how quickly you habituate, though, right? I was trying that with another recent epic fantasy television series, My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, because that's the demographic of my household. And I'd gotten some DVDs out of the library, and compared it to the HD stream on Netflix. And in this case, it was one case where streaming was a little bit better. But, you know, after about 5 minutes with the DVD, I didn't notice it anymore. I mean, that doesn't stop me from amassing a 4K Blu-ray collection. Oh! There you go. Take that all the way. Nice. Woo! Oliver Miller with authority. I think we have found our lineup. We had long noticed how bad the HBO stream was, but this just made it so much more painful. So when you say in HD, you were watching what, like the Blu-ray, the 4K disc? Which? Oof. There you go. Shoot it! Shoot it again! There it is. Rogers. Yeah, the Blu-ray, so not even the UHD. I thought Miller had the rebound, so I let him go. There you go. Oh, good D. Doug Edwards. D for Doug. Oh, you can block a hook. Your TV literally cannot display the difference above Blu-ray. Yeah. 4K resolution is a bit oversold, I think. The HDR can make a difference, but not if you're watching most recent content. Even if it was shot in 4K, a lot of it digital, which a lot of it wasn't. A lot of it has a 2K DI. A lot of it is not HDR. And even then, I have an OLED TV, so it's not as bright as some. Meanwhile, while I was petting my dog, you built a 20-point lead. Just about. They're chipping away at it, though. But still, this is most definitely my lineup. We haven't actually quite gotten to 20. We got to 19 at one point. And I know that because I decided 20-point lead is my threshold for starting to put in some of our experimental lineups. Try something different. Because then I've got a cushion. They can go minus 10, and we're still up by double digits. So if we make this next basket, next dead ball, give that a go. Whoa! I was assuming they weren't going to score. We'll just have to answer right back. Really need a new TV, rocking a 720i, probably a 1080i. Has all the hookups you need. That is a problem. I do wish that my TV had component or even a real composite. I just have a single plug with an adapter, and it's not a stable connect. Like you've commented before about how good this looks going into the PC, but going into the TV, it seems like if somebody sneezes, you get interference with it. Now I understand there's probably not a lot of people playing Super Nintendo on, an OLED television. Yeah, double face palm, or whatever that is. I guess quadruple face palm. It's like a face double palm. Nice! You can shoot that, Simmons. Go ahead. You've earned the long two. Guys, I have not seen a team in the last few games anyway that was insistent on using quite so much of the shot clock. Guy's putting his head in his hands. Alright. You gave me the lane, I'll take it. Oof, and then I'll brick it. Horribly. Now they get last shot. Huge mistake. There we go. Yes! Woo! Love the buzzer beaters. Say we made a nice recovery in 3-point field goal percentage. All right. Any more guesses? Toronto Huskies. That's the only one I know. Philadelphia Warriors. I guess I could have guessed that one. Knicks. Huskies. There it is. Celtics. I probably could have guessed that one too. I do not know some of these teams. I didn't realize Philly had 2 teams either. Are they the only city with 2 teams? That's weird. All right. Oh, you know what I completely forgot to do at halftime, so I'll do it at 3/4 time. Remind everyone, 10% of proceeds from tonight's stream go to the Retina Foundation of the Southwest. They're doing great work. Check them out. And we'll do our halftime show at 3/4 time. Big thanks to our patrons, Tim Troy, humanitarian and philanthropist, Spitz the Great, Dr. Ambassador Dortmunder, patrons all, fine gentlemen all. If you'd like to join them, you can check out my Patreon. Backing up to TVs, Spitz the Great's real old school. 2 HD hookups, 2 composite, 3 composite, 2 component, 1 RGB, 1 S video. Wow. That is a nice assortment. I'm going to mark down that this is the correct lineup in case we mess this up with our experiment and have to go back and take the lead again. So, Ruffin stays. Going to put... You ready for this? Jimmy King in at shooting guard. Then Simmons, Pinckney, and Earl. This is a lineup that did very well for us against the Kings before we started player locking. And I'm curious to see if it will do well for us in this environment. This is the guy you traded for, Murdoch. He started the game. Didn't go so well. And Jimmy King is on fire. Let's see. Normally I don't shoot threes with him, and that's why. There you go, Pinckney. Put it up, Pinckney. Ed Pinckney, everybody. Yeah, Murdoch had one big play where he stole the ball and took it all the way in for a fast break layup. But other than that, the lineup was not pretty. No, the only one who hasn't played this game so far is Tony Massenberg. I'll get him some minutes in a little while. There we go, Pinckney. Ed Pinckney! Oh, wow! Man. Now I wish I hadn't given you a bucket. Yet. Whatever, you can have a second one. You did all that analysis on the Lakers game. Oof. Jimmy King! Fearless! Raptors second round draft pick. Nostalgia goggles for 2. On the line. Yeah, hey. All right, ref. You got it. Throwing it down. This lineup is all right. Let's back. It's alright, Earl. Alright. I think we've demonstrated that lineup is viable. Let's try something a little different. Ruffin. You know, Ruffin's tired. I'm going to try something very different. We're going to put Jimmy King in at the point. He is our only non-point guard to have any success at that position. Ruffin is shooting guard. See how it goes. We'll leave Simmons, Pinckney, and Earl. So same lineup, we just swapped the positions around a little bit. Let's see, we are up 25. Give them 2 minutes, see how it goes. Well, this is the time, right? This is how we gather more data. All right, Ruffin. 4-3. No. Too tired for threes. Gets his own rebound. Wow. That's why we wanted Trevor Ruffin. It's kind of exciting offense. This guy's played like the whole second half. Got to be tired. Unselfish play. Lionel Simmons throwing it down. I think we can call this lineup a success as well. It's going out on a limb. It also seems like most of these games, it takes us a little while at least to get going. Then once we do, there's no stopping us. Of course, I suppose it doesn't really matter if Jimmy King is playing point guard if he's not bringing the ball up the court. Lost track of where I was. Or I would not have taken the inbounds pass. Ruffin for 3. Trevor Ruffin, our third best three-point shooter. One of only 3 people I feel comfortable regularly taking threes with. I'll shoot him with Stoudemire occasionally when it's a good idea, and I'll shoot it with other people occasionally, even though I know it's not a good idea. Pinckney, no! Oh, and Pinckney, everybody. Everybody getting points except Pinckney. You know, he played solid defense earlier in the game, though. Obviously had a great game last night. He's got spirit. 3. They all thought I was going to stop and shoot a 3. They were all mistaken. All right, come on, Blue. There it is. Oh, big country. That was pretty. Oh, Earl. AC Earl was a much more solid contributor for us before we were player locked. AI doesn't seem quite to know what to do with him. Oof. Bad pass. Oh, get that board. Whoa. Nice. All right. That's enough of that. Last couple minutes. We'll let Massenberg have a chance here to get in the game. Stoudemire. Let Ruffin rest a little. Ellis. Roger's still tired. Running him ragged the last couple of days. Great down court pass, runs out of bounds. Yep. Vancouver Grizzlies, ladies and gentlemen. And Massenberg. I do wonder if when they get super fatigued like this, if it does carry over a little bit into the next game. That was why that starting five just didn't do so well. Okay, so we are now up by 29. So we'll see. All right, Rogers. No way it does. Seems unlikely. There is most definitely something going on under the hood that they're not sharing with us, though, in terms of how all this stuff works. All right, Massenberg. Nope. I said Tony. Put it in, Massenberg. Get out of the key, Ellis. There it is. Oh, beautiful hook. Right off the side of the rim. What in the world? Tony Massenberg, ladies and gentlemen. Get that rebound. I boxed out Big Country for you all. Or Zantabak, I guess. Thought that said 50. Now it looks like 55. All right. Come on, Massenberg. You can do it, Massenberg. Take it in, Tony. Take it in. You got a wide open lane. There you go. Boy. That's ugly from the word go. Wondering what he should do. Yep. Can't even get the rebound. What do I pay you for, Tony? All right, I got to just score with somebody so I can get a bucket. For Tim Troy, humanitarian, philanthropist, Tony Massenberg booster. Your bucket came from Dale Ellis tonight because your guy didn't deliver. Well, thank you for your support. As a patron at a buy a bucket tier. Why do you keep him on the roster? So in real life, I'm glad you asked that. Tony Massenberg was drafted by the Raptors and then traded at the trade deadline for Sharon Wright. Oh, damn it. Bring him for a sandwich. Now. So yeah, he and Ed Pinckney both got shipped to Philadelphia for Sharon Wright, who had a short career but very promising. Dale Ellis, quiet night, only 65 points. Double-double, though. So that's good. Yeah, and so that was my original plan, was to get him honor the reality trade deadline, because Sharon Wright is a powerhouse rebounder, and that's something that we need. Yeah, Ellis had a lot more rebounds, well, I guess about half and half. He had 5 rebounds at the half. They were conspicuous. They were big boards when we first started turning it around. But yeah, we're actually, in lieu of a formal patron poll this month, we are having a patron discussion about what kind of roster moves we want to make for the end of the season. And so that's one of the ones that I proposed. So in real life, it was Pinckney and Massenberg to Philly for Sharon Wright. The game doesn't let you do 2-for-1 trades, but in the offseason, the Raptors traded a draft pick for Hubert Davis, who's a great outside shooter. In real life, he's the second best three-point percentage for a career, even still today. So I thought maybe send Pinckney to Philly if we do the right trade, and send Massenberg to the Knicks for Hubert Davis. A couple of other real-life moves we could do. AC Earl for Sean Respert. The great three-point shooter in college, and his rating is high. I can't reflect that here. That was an off-season move in real life. And then another off-season move, Jimmy King for Popeye Jones, Dennis Rodman type player. So those are my suggestions. We had another patron suggest that we trade for Muggsy Bogues who actually finished his career in Toronto and was traded for B.J. Armstrong the year after this. So Carlos Rogers for Muggsy Bogues would not be unrealistic entirely. I mean, it'd be a little unrealistic. You know, a lot of what we're doing here is unrealistic. So Trevor Ruffin as many points as Tracy Murray. So had another not stellar game, although not nearly as bad as last night. He also didn't play a lot. Question is, who didn't score? Looks like AC Earl and Tony Massenberg and Damon Stoudemire. So Damon didn't have many attempts. Murray, another off night. We didn't shoot any free throws. That's all right. Earl, yeah, everybody plays this game. Earl played not a lot, though. Stoudemire played in the Massenberg lineup. He played with Earl as well. Another one. Earl was in both of the experimental lineups, too. Didn't have a great night. Yeah, 9 of his rebounds were defensive for Ellis. Stoudemire did get a block shot, which is good. Needs to keep up on that rate. We're 5 steals for Ruffin. How many assists did Pinckney have? 3. Yeah. Seems like he a lot of assists. Late on fouls this game. That's good. Wow. That's some balanced scoring. Anthony only had 17. Less than I expected. Still led the team. I wonder how many assists. I'm wondering if he double-doubled, actually. Not the greatest outside shooting game for them. But the reason I was interested in Anthony for our team was less for his outside shooting and more for his ball movement ability. So he's not a bad outside shooter. We just have a lot of other options there. But as a playmaker, he's so solid. Yeah, 5 assists for him. Not quite double-double range. There you go. Yeah. Getting down Lawrence Moat in Syracuse. Had to get him in there. There you go. Not our prettiest shot chart. Pinckney. 2 out of 3. Yeah. That third one I don't think was going in. King, decent game for him. Carlos Rogers. Well. Dale Ellis. A lot of those misses were early on. Really turned it around later. The guy that we talk about a lot, Pinckney doesn't shoot a lot. No, it's true. He contributes a lot on defense. He is a league leader in field goal percentage, too. And for as much as we make fun of him, he does contribute a lot. Massenberg has been contributing less so. Yeah. Ruffin there. Yeah, so Murray, you can see he only took 13 shots. So, he had that cold spot there. But he didn't play for a lot of the game. Tony Massenberg, ladies and gentlemen. Earl was in for a while, didn't take a shot. I mean, yeah, Stoudemire, only one attempt for him from way out. So I actually outshot the AI. Doesn't happen every game. There you have it. Move up here, and that's actually about all. I don't imagine that things have changed much. I suppose we could just take a quick look at how Boston is doing in the game. Atlantic Division. Oh, 10-8. Better than reality, if I remember correctly. But as you can see, tomorrow night we will be staying in Canada, but the other end, and hosting the Boston Celtics. And then we have a rematch still at home against the Pacers. We only beat them by single digits the first time we played them, but I like to think I've improved as a coach, and we've gelled as a team since then. So hope we can do a little better this time. So that's the show. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you all have an excellent evening.